How you became property of the government at birth.
So, understanding the Sescovy Act of 1666. Kind of interesting, eh, that these 3 6s are in there. Existence of life. The Sescovy, London 1666, during the Black Plague, great fires of London, Parliament enacted an act behind closed doors. No different than they do today, is it, people? It's called the Sescovy Act of 1666. The act being debated was to subrogate the rights of men and women, meaning all men and women were declared dead, lost at sea, beyond the sea, back then operating in Admiralty law of the sea, so they're lost at sea. The state, London, took custody of everybody and their property into a trust. The state became the trustee, husband holding all titles to the people and property until a living man comes back to reclaim those titles. He can also claim damages. When capital letters are used anywhere in the name, this always refers to a legal entity, fiction, company or corporation, no exceptions. Example, John Doe or Doe Jane. These are legal entity fictions created and owned by the government. Whom created it? Remember what I told you? He who creates, owns, and controls. You go to my website, you see that pyramid triangle I've got there, and it shows you where we sit at the hierarchy. When we are actually the man or woman, we are the gods in this world. We are the creators. We created government, right? And the government went and created judges, courts, police, persons, right? For them to trick us and have control over their masters, which is we the people. Now you start to understand this all very simply. This is what the Pope, the central bankers, and the monarchs, this is what they set up. Okay, a long time ago, before we were born in this world. Our only way out is to reclaim your dead entity, strawman, as they say, that the crown created, become the executor, and then collapse the called Sescovy Trust, and forgive yourself of your debts, and then remove yourself from the Admiralty law that holds you in custody. Now, I don't subscribe to that, okay? I don't need to reclaim my dead entity. I didn't create it. I simply need to reclaim and put on the record that I am here, the man, the living, breathing soul in this world, and that contract makes the law against me, and that no man or woman in this world is going to come forward and what? Here's the 2 questions, people. Claim that I'm property, or they're going to present a contract in which I've signed, granting them in a private capacity, that I am somehow in a contract with them where I've relinquished my rights and they have jurisdiction over me, or I've entered into a contract with the service corporation that they represent. If those 2 things do not exist, then no man or woman in this world has jurisdiction over you. And that especially applies when you're in and at a public courthouse.